In The White Door by Rusty Lake, you play as Bobby Hill, waking up in a mental health facility with no memory of who you are. Every day follows a strict routine, and every night you dream. Aside from simple drag-and-drop puzzles that reflect the dread of repetitive routines at mental facility and straightforward puzzles that trigger psychological horror, I want to talk about the puzzles that are not very obvious. So here are my favorite puzzles in the game and how I went about solving them. The first puzzle that was not directly straightforward to me happened on day 4. When we opened the cabinet, we were presented with this pipe puzzle. With the pipe on top and bottom, it became obvious that we need to rearrange the pipes such that they all going somewhere, and also as a whole connects the top and the bottom. The top center square has 2 options, and the surrounding blocks present even more possible arrangements. Not a good place to start. However, the bottom center block only has 1 option, because all other orientations will cause the adjacent blocks to have dead ends. Thus, we start from the bottom center and then go from there, moving from bottom to top, rotating the blocks that have the least variations. After going through 1 pass, we are left with a few incorrect ones that we can easily rotate based on intuition and how they align with the adjacent tiles. Another puzzle that was not very straightforward to me at first is the last pattern matching puzzle Sarah presented us on day 6. The correct logic is that there are 2 components in the pattern, the big square with a small square inside and horizontal bar. If we separately observe these 2 components, we can see that going from left to right, the square rotates 90 degrees each step, and the horizontal bar moves from top to bottom, a quarter of a distance each step, and thus gives the correct answer. Another puzzle that I found interesting is the set of maze puzzles at the PC station on day 7. These puzzles ask us to fill in space without ever going back in direction. You can easily run into dead ends and become frustrated with this. Random walking may get you to the right answer, but here at Not a Walkthrough, I like to dissect the puzzle and find the most logical way of approaching them. With the first of the puzzles being trivial, let's take a look at the second one. With this one, I think the best way to approach it is to think of the possible moves at each location and think 1 step ahead. For example, at our first position, we can either move left or right. Moving right is not a good choice because we're left with the whole left side to come back to. We move left. Then we apply the same logic, although right now we only have the option to go up. Now if we go up, we'll force ourselves into the dead end of the top left corner, so we go right. Applying this thinking to each step will quickly lead us to the path finish this puzzle. For the third of the puzzles, with some failed attempts, we can quickly see that because of the awkward arrangement of the squares at the bottom right corner, filling a space from top bottom or bottom to top is going to set us for failure. Thus, we attempt to fill in the space from left to right, applying the same thinking of aiming at going from left to right and checking available steps 1 step ahead of time. We can find a natural way to fill in the space. The key for the fourth puzzle is to realize that we cannot block the entryway to the rightmost empty spot. Then again, we have a general sense of the direction we want to fill in the space. Applying the same logic of checking 1 step ahead, we can quickly fill in the space. The same logic applies to the last puzzle here as well. After 6 years of the release of the game, I did try to play the alternate reality part. Here is what I found out. In your third dream, when you see a car with the white door sign, hold onto it until a silhouetted man comes out. Then continue to play as usual. When you watch TV, you learn your ex-girlfriend is dead, and then this phone number will appear. So I took a deep breath, and I called this number from the game released in 2020.
You were not able to make calls to this number.
That's when I realized the number was from Netherlands, the headquarters of Rusty Lake, and I don't have my phone plan set up for international calls. So I added few bucks to my account to try again.
You were not able to make calls to this number.
That's when I realized this alternate reality game had already ended. Their email didn't work either. It's been 6 years. If the number worked, I would have received a message to tell me to go to this website. The good thing is their website is still up. And from there, you can still go through the puzzles, fill out the test, and unlock the access code. That reveals a hidden basement level in the game. AppUnwrapper has an excellent guide going through the details step by step. I'll post the link below. And we're not done yet. I want you to notice that in the game, we're given the calendar. The calendar clearly says August 1972. However, if we look up the calendar of that year, August 20th of 1972 is not on a Monday. August 20th of the 1973 is on a Monday. It's hard for me to believe that a team that bothers to make such a convoluted alternative reality game overlooks this detail. So maybe we were all fooled from the very beginning.
I'm sorry, it's gone now. She stared at me.
No, it's not. It's all in your head.
This is the first video on this channel, where instead of doing step-by-step walkthroughs, I dissect puzzles and talk about them. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like or subscribe or leave a message in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.